Hello, today we are going to talk about how to support your gymnast, how to help her make time for health. Fun topic, right? But you are in Mindset for Moms, where we help moms learn how to support their gymnasts to reach their dreams. So, this month, in the month of September, we've been going back to school. This is usually a month where kids really struggle with time management. So we try to help them really learn how to manage their time. It's a little bit of a detour from our normal kind of content the rest of the year that's more focused directly on their gymnastics. But here's the thing, there's nothing that actually focuses or that affects their gymnastics more than their health. I just was doing a training session for a group, and like half of the group was like, yeah, I'm injured or da 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 da. And the reality is a lot of times injury happens when proper nutrition isn't happening. And muscles and injury happens when like muscles aren't able to recover because there's not enough time for sleep. So helping your gymnast who has zero interest in fueling her body with proper nutrition and getting good sleep, helping her prioritize and focus on those things is super, super important. We are not experts in nutrition, so I don't give any nutrition advice other than there's some great gymnastics nutritionists out there, and I highly encourage you to at least follow their accounts on Instagram, or do their programs. But the fact is that your gymnast is not a normal kid. Eating healthy is not healthy for her. She needs far more carbs and far more energy, far more calories than the average kid or even the average athlete. She is working out a lot and she's doing really high things that take a lot of physical energy, and she's got to replenish. She needs snacks during workout. She needs snacks before workout. She needs recovery food after workout. She needs a good breakfast. She needs a good lunch. She's not going to want to do any of that. And I just want to really encourage you as a parent, like when you see things that are not going well, so often, I cannot tell you how many of the times that kids were deficient in nutrients like iron, vitamin D, and then all of a sudden they're just having leg injuries all the time, or just not getting enough sleep, and so their body isn't healing and getting ready. So one of the things we really work with the gymnasts inside our program in the month of September on is figuring out how to manage their time, and part of that is how to manage their time to get enough sleep and to get proper nutrition. It takes time to pack all those snacks. It takes time, even if you as mom are buying it, packing it for them, it still takes time, like figuring out what they want and getting that in their body, eating it, even if they don't feel like it, all of that kind of stuff. And it takes time to get everything done in time to get enough sleep. And even then, gymnasts are perfectionists. A lot of them struggle with anxiety. And so it can just be difficult for them to fall asleep at night. And so doing things to really focus on getting enough sleep is really, really important for their gymnastics. And one of the things that I try to tell them is like, hey, I know this isn't stuff you're super excited about, but here's the thing. You are giving up a lot to be in the gym, the number of hours that you're in the gym. You got to make that time count. And the only way that time counts is if you have enough energy, enough fuel from sleep and food in order to really have a good workout. Your brain needs to be like full and ready to go. Can't be exhausted all the time trying to do these really difficult things. A lot of kids who come to me with mental blocks, the real problem is they're so exhausted that their brain is afraid they're going to get hurt. And so we end up, to overcome a mental block, we end up working a lot on sleep and nutrition. And so making sure you're taking your kid to get those blood tests to make sure all of their nutrient levels and vitamin levels and all of those things are good for a high level athlete, and then helping them get enough sleep. So, the same, I mean, there's so much out there. I'm not a sleep expert. I've done a lot to help me as an adult learn how to get enough sleep, but I'm not an expert. So I'm not going to give you that advice other than to say, this is really important, and go find that material from the people who are really qualified to give it. you know, for us, we just kind of more help gymnasts. Your gymnast doesn't care about a lot of things except her gymnastics. And so if you want her to do something, it's helping her see the value of how it affects her gymnastics and why it's so important. So I hope that's really helpful. Next month, we're going to dive into things much more related to gymnastics, but we are here to help you figure out how to help your gymnast. And I hope that she's kind of pulling out of that. And now we're getting into the grind of things and we can refocus in on gymnastics. See you next week.